Hey y'all, my name is Queen Morgana, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. We're picking up quite literally where we left off at with, we just told all of the Adepti, the last one being Xian, that we were, the situation with the god dying, or supposedly dying. I'm still thinking, hush girl, I still personally don't really think that he's dead, you know? Personally, I don't think he's dead. I think he's fine. That's not what I meant to do. I think that he's fine. But we're going to continue on. We're supposed to be doing something. I can't really recall what that thing was. Oh, I forgot to do my commission quest today. I'll do that when I'm done recording. Okay. Usually I try to do it before I record, just to kind of get me in the Genshin mood, but I opened the game in the Genshin mood, you know? So let's return to Childe. Aren't I already here? Where am I? Oh, I'm not already here. Let me come here. I really underestimated where exactly I was. I was about to start headed to the purple, but the purple is the commission quest. So let's go see. I don't know, y'all. Should I trust Childe? I feel like the only reason I'm really trusting him is because I kind of know that he's a loved character, so I'm assuming he's good. But I personally, who has like villains who are untrustworthy in my loved character brain, I don't know whether or not he's gonna. I'm not judging him because he's Fatui, but just because, I don't know. I don't think I know enough about him. I'm using like, I'm trying to get out of my TikTok brain, because that's all I know of him are like snippets of TikTok. And if y'all know anything about any type of TikTok fandom, sometimes there's fanon versus canon. So I'm not sure what exactly about him is the canonical version of Childe or the canonical.
You finally returned. How was your journey to Jueyun Karst?
It was chill. Oh, I didn't turn autoplay on.
I see. Huh. Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud Retainer, Conqueror of Demons. Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of.
The Fatui are bad at their job,
As
really.
a returning gift, I too have information for you.
It better be useful.
Regarding the Archon's passing, the Liu Qixing's response really has given me food for thought. They've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Qixing isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Yeah.
Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liyue that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus. The Geo Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti. The mighty and illuminated Adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liyue way back then.
I think I'm a little confused
Guess
now.
that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Qixing became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action.
So the god of Geo, whose real name is Morax, but we call him Rex something for respect, is also an Adepti. But I thought he was a god who created the Adepti in order to protect Liyue and, you know, kind of binded them through their contracts to hold them accountable for the responsibilities that they agreed to. I need like a list or something. I don't know, for some, like Mondstadt, I understand why Mondstadt's entire situation is so simple, because it's essentially the prologue to get people interested into the world and the world building. So, you know, prologues in the first few chapters of any game like this are going to be very simple. And it's not that Liyue is complex. Like, I get the gist of it. Like, I understand there's some form of I'm not sure if the Zhajing are a government party, a ruling party, or just, I don't know, so the people who hold power within Liyue either killed the god themselves or know someone who killed the god. I'm still team he's not actually dead, you know? but I could be wrong. And that god, we're trying to see who killed that god. The Fatui, I'm not sure if all of the Fatui or just Childe and maybe his sector are trying to also kind of find out what happened with that. And then we know that I'm not sure if Morax and the god of the Adepti are the same person. I'm assuming Rex is, because Rex and Morax are the same person. But so there are 4 Adepti. There's Zhang, I forgot his name that quickly. The 2 cranes and the deer guy. And each of them kind of hold different responsibilities. They're all binded to a contract to Rex. But Rex himself is an Adepti. So is he binded by his own contract? I don't know. I feel like there's a 4th person. Maybe I'm getting them confused with Rex. But there's like 2 words that they keep saying. And either I completely blacked out when they were explaining what that word meant, or it's just assumed that I would catch on. And I don't want to Google anything because I know if I Google, I'll probably get spoiled. So I'm staying away from that. But if y'all understand the general situation, please let me know. I have gotten a little bit confused.
The Geo-Archon spirit has risen, so why would the Qixing hide his vessel? Truly suspicious.
Truly. I agree, something's definitely not right. This definitely makes things... Wait. The Geo-Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Zhajing hide his vessel? So the vessel was the dragon, and the Zhajing are... I feel like I'm constantly pronouncing this so wrong. But they are not letting people pray like they normally would in order to quote-unquote find the killer. I think that the god himself is not actually dead. I think they just knocked him out because the priestess said he was dead way too quickly. I think they just kind of like knocked him out or got him like unable to move freely for a moment in order to get all of the humans or people they don't want around out and use this as an excuse so that they could, I don't know, do whatever they wanted to do. But this makes things very difficult for me as well because we wanted to have a conversation with them to try to get information on how we could possibly find our brother and who that goddess was who did this to us to begin with. 2, they automatically think that we're a suspect anyways because we're different. We're not from here, so they assume it was us. And we quite literally drew a sword on them. Granted, they drew a sword on us as well. We beat them in the forest. We're not from this, like, we could get into a lot of legal trouble. We actually are already in a lot of legal trouble. So, like, if this game was like, I don't know, any other type of game, we would have, every single time we step foot to Liyue Harbor, we would quite literally have to, like, sneak around just to see Childe. We won't be able to just walk around, you know what I mean? It makes things very difficult for me.
Right! He's the whole reason we came here!
Yes.
If the Liyue Qixing has locked up Exuvia and won't let anyone near, then our quest to find the 7 is already over!
And Exuvia is the girl who said he was dead?
Oh? You're trying to find the 7? And just why might that be, pray tell?
Nothing to do with you.
Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would
I'm
they?
not a real knight.
I can help you with that too, you know.
Don't loop me in with those guys.
Really?
Give me some time. Time to find someone.
Is Kaya gonna pop up? I doubt it, but...
Someone who can help you break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
I'll try my best. Okay. Cool. This better not say something stupid like, okay, I thought it was gonna be like, actually you need to be level 27 to get to the next part, because then I was gonna be pissed and I would just add this on to the last episode. Okay, we can continue this Archon quest though. Do-do-do. Wait until the following day. Upon your return from visiting the Adepti, you discovered that the Zhajing have hidden the Geo Archon's vessel away. Childe promised you to find someone to break the stalemate, so pay another visit to Northland Bank. Okay, so before I do this, I'm gonna get these commission quests out of the way, and I'll be right back. Alright, oh gosh. Oh my god. Alright, so I finished those little side quest things. I'm back, I'm ready. We're gonna head back to the bank and talk to them. One of those battles I had was, it was a little, not difficult, but I had to use my brain power a little bit more than I thought I had to. Let's make our way up here. Come on. I always get stuck on that one stair. So I was looking at the map. Oh, I get to go inside the bank. Sorry, Vlad. Oh, you're different. Isn't it usually a different person standing out there? I don't know. I have no clue at all. Okay, so is everyone here Fatui? Everyone who works here Fatui?
Welcome, friend of Childe, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
I don't consider Childe a friend. I have no intention of joining the Fatui.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost.
Did it?
But back to the matter at hand. Childe tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Childe promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Childe is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Lioli Pavilion?
Oh, Paimon knows this one.
Okay, take it away.
There are two styles of cooking in Lioli, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
I trust you to only know these sorts of things. You know nothing else.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Okay. I'm on sassy recently. Farewell, Archaic Lord.
Aha, you made it.
Aha.
As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liu custom.
Okay. The slow pan down is kind of fun. I feel like I know who it is. Or maybe I don't.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival.
Zhongli?
Booked.
Is this Xian? Isn't Zhongli the little boy? No. Oh. Hello, Zhongli. I don't think we've met before. Hi, Momo. It's nice to meet you.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wangsheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Are we sure he's human? Yes, what is Wangsheng?
Indeed. Wangsheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed.
I figured.
And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
I also like friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
I was not expecting his voice to be that deep.
Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed.
Haven't we killed
It
people
is as
too?
you
Why is
have
Paimon
guessed.
acting like that?
The
Momo does not
Wangsheng
care at
Funeral
all.
Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly, you say?
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
That's true. The Adepta. Yeah, is the Geo Archon also an Adeptus?
Archons
That's my
go by
question.
many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the warrior god, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange?
No, but this.
As you have seen, the
helps me.
time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Well, they do have a day side to deal with. Day side. Oh, a deity homicide. Is that a legitimate word? Like, if you kill a god, is it dayside? Deicide?
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not,
Deicide.
the concern
okay.
of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Childe has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Childe has said a bit much. I have a feeling Childe, even though we're not telling Childe things, I feel like it's a situation where he knows certain things already. Honestly, I'm already here. I've already been chilling with the Adepti. I'm friends with a god. I might as well help out here while I'm, in the vicinity.
A wise decision.
Shut up, child.
The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
I figured. Looks like there's no other choice.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Are those details something that should be spoken while walking out in the open?
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Okay, he's gonna sit here and pretend to get drunk while figuring out how to use chopsticks. Let's head out. This isn't the door. Did I just go in a circle? Where's the door? I walked past it. Alright. This was, in fact, the door. That's my bad. Alright, oh, he's right here. What a gentleman. I like his
After having
outfit.
experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, How does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Honestly, I don't really mind either place. This is certainly much bigger and much more full of people than Mondstadt. Mondstadt is a very, very small city. Do I prefer the atmosphere here or in Mondstadt? In Mondstadt, like, we walk around places in here, and while I can, like, scan their names and everything, I don't really know who they are. Sorry, I meant Liyue. We don't really know who they are because it's so big and there's so many people. But in Mondstadt, because it is so small, we know pretty much everybody, you know, for better or for worse. Like, I know I could go into the tavern and I'll see maybe the Bard or D-Look and some other people. And I know, yeah, like it's, I gotta say Mondstadt in terms of like atmosphere, but in terms of interesting personalities, besides Jean, Kaya, and Dialog, I must say I prefer Liyue in that order. I've met a lot more interesting people here. But atmosphere, the god walks amongst the people in Mondstadt as well, actually. So I've got to go with Mondstadt, because y'all don't know that. Watch your mouth.
I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity.
That's true. I've only been here a few
Organizing
days.
the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here.
Yet.
Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Childe wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
What would Childe get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
We get to do
I
the busy
neither
work.
know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
Okay.
These are the advance funds that Childe has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow.
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
A bag of ore. Okay. Let's go and buy some Noctilucous jade.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
Oh,
It's
that's
cheap and
jade.
it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Can I just get it?
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade.
Noctilucous jade,
Noctilucous
of
jade.
radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal.
Oh my god. That's how they try to get
What do
you.
you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
A man who makes his living off betting on stones can't be trusted so lightly. That is true. That means something about it. He has some form of way to guarantee that he'll win most, if not all of the time. So we're gonna ask Zhongli.
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Bro, what?
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss!
Yeah.
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
Okay, he's talking about economics, but he's definitely rich. He reminds me, the whole, like, I'm gonna just buy everything here if you can't make a decision thing is very, Korean manhwa. I don't know if y'all read like manhwas, especially like the fantasy historical like reincarnation ones. It's always either like a father figure character or a love interest when the main character is in a store and trying to figure out what she wants to buy. The male in her life at that moment, whether it's an older brother, a dad, or a love interest, will be like, well, I'll just buy the entire store. And the main character will be like, bro, what? This is exactly what happened. Sounds like he's rich though.
So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Okay, so after he just said all that, spoke like an ancient man, has what seems to be dragon or possibly fish scales on his clothing, strange colored eyes, and a really cool appearance. This is the god. The god's not dead. I was right. I think the dragon form was just like a ruse or a dupe, or maybe he can like make a fake or something like that. I think that all of the gods have a human form. I'm calling it now. Every single kingdom or continent we come across that has its own god, I'm calling it right now that patron god has a human form, and we're going to come across those human forms and possibly be able to like gain them for our party at some point. Secondly, this is Rex. He's walking amongst humans as Zhongli. And this gives him a perfect excuse to kind of see how true and pure we are with our intentions, while also getting like insider info on his people. Because his people are the ones who potentially betrayed him and attempted to kill him, and are definitely planning something that will harm his country more than anything, right? So I'm calling it now. Zhongli, at first I thought it was Xian, the other Adepti, the last one we met in the previous episode. It's this guy. I will be surprised. I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. But not this time though. I'm right like 93 through 97% of the time. And this is one of those times. I didn't realize you're such an expert. Is this normal life for a high-class gentleman? No, he just, I don't know, he's a dragon, right? So dragons like well, I'm not sure about how Chinese dragons are in Chinese lore. I really only know about like Viking style dragons or like the medieval style dragons, like the Viking gems and stuff like that. And the only thing I know about like Chinese style dragons are like Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I know that they pulled a little bit from the culture, but I didn't realize you were such an expert.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh?
Does Childe know
Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again.
that he's a god? If we had Venti with us,
We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
then can we get some small samples?
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Count it as helping your god.
Don't worry, I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
So thin.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
This is impressive handiwork. Yeah, it's impressive to cut a gem that thin.
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
We should not go to her kitchen. We should go to the gorge.
Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
All right, guess we're headed out to the gorge. Thanks, merchant man. To Mondstadt for this. That's very interesting. So Zhongli, that's not the same. Zhongli, is it Zhong? I don't know. He's willing to travel to a whole different...
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind.
It's not on the beach.
A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine
that
whenever he came
solidified
to
it.
visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
So I believe Venti said that he used... No, he was talking about the Zarista, how she used to be. But all the gods used to hang together and be pretty chill back in the day, so... And Venti's favorite wine is dandelion wine. Oh god, it's one of these guys. It's these camps.
The pot!
Where?
It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it.
Oh, this is the pot. Oh, they saw me.
Polite, but we gotta cut the line.
Cool. I'm also really close to being able to ascend my character again. I know a lot of people don't like using this character because you will get to the point where you have so many other stronger characters. But I'm one of those people, I try, if we have like a base character, I try to have them in my party at all times. So until I get to the point where I have like so many people where having Momo would be foolish, I'm gonna keep her in, and I want her to be the strongest.
These hilly churls sure have big appetites.
Well, it's our lab now.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Why isn't Zhongli doing this?
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't
I
it?
thought I had to.
It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand what happened now.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
The third one.
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
Okay.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
So let's not get ourselves down just yet.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
And your God's standing before you, it's fine.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Because he doesn't, because you're God, you don't have money.
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
A local Liyue who doesn't have money on their mind. What a strange take on the value of money. Well, to a god, money would have no value, right? Like if, and it seems like he places a lot of, it seems like each god places their values in different things. So I think he, instead of placing his value in monetary objects, even though this is the place of contracts, I don't necessarily think that him being the god of contracts is necessarily meant for material items or monetary value. I think that the contracts are supposed to be a sign of like loyalty and perhaps even some form of friendship, right? Because it seems like so far, with if he is a god, which I'm assuming he is Rex, then each god is kind of going through battles of, I guess, the opposite of what they stand for, right? Because Venti and Mondstadt stood for freedom, and he quite literally gave up all of his power as a god, like something that would have, one, put a lot of weight on his shoulders because perhaps he would have had to be way more involved with Mondstadt as the other gods are. He gave himself freedom. He fought for Dvalin's freedom, and he made sure that Mondstadt remained a free nation. With Liyue, even though they're contracts, and it seems that a lot of the humans over time have associated those contracts with material needs and goods, it seems that his contracts seem to be more about, you know, like I said earlier, loyalty, friendship, like, and, you know, a form of togetherness. And I think that that's really what he's going for. So, and him being the god who came down every year, who quite literally warned his people and helped them out for the year ahead, for his own people to betray him. Like, not that he necessarily had a contract with them, but you would think that believing in, praising, and worshiping a god who continues to do his best to help you out and puts systems in place to keep you all protected, that it would be almost like an unspoken contract. Like, he helps you, he doesn't harm you, he doesn't bring anything bad upon you, and gives you honestly quite a bit of freedom as well. But you turn your back on him and kind of break that contract between follower and god and attempt to kill him, or attempt to kill the belief in him. Because if people start thinking he's dead and stop, I guess, not believing in him, but stop relying on him, then they have no choice but to rely on the group that put the new systems in place. So he's losing that loyalty and that togetherness that the nation once had with him. That's what I'm assuming. It might be a bit of a reach, and it'd be really embarrassing for me if he's not the god, but I'm 100% sure he is. Yeah.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Childe give us some advanced funds earlier?
He did. So it makes me wonder if Childe knows that he's the god, or if the god kind of has a little bit of trust in Childe as well. I have no clue. But maybe he's kind of trusting in Childe because he doesn't want the Fatui. No one likes the Fatui. The Fatui are trying to put their foot into every nation so far outside of their own, and Mondstadt didn't like what they were trying to do. Liyue doesn't really like what they're trying to do, and neither does Rex, apparently, or Zhongli.
That's a relief. Have a look, boss. Is it enough?
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
Guess we need to find Childe for more funding. We should not heavily rely on him. For someone who's a business owner, or whatever he said he was, I completely forgot what he was, because it's obviously a ruse because he's a god. Bring money.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
Okay, he's growing on me. At first I was like, oh, is he gonna be lame? I like him. I actually like him. I thought I was gonna really like Childe, but I'm not as impressed. Maybe it's just because I had really high hopes from TikTok. And like the 3 things I've seen of him. What? Oh, okay. I don't know what to say. Someone asked me what I'm staring at. Bro, watch your mouth. But I loved Kaya off the bat. I loved Jean off the bat. Lisa, Dialog, and Venti. And I love Zhongli off the bat, the chef girl whose name I clearly didn't get correct. Oh, what's up there? Is there like a... No, there's not. I have to find a way up there. But Childe hasn't grown on me quite yet. Maybe he will in the future. But just about every other main character I've come across, besides like, I don't know, Barbara. I don't really care about Barbara, but like the ones that actually matter, I think Childe is my least favorite so far. And Zhongli is quickly climbing the ranks. I think I like him a bit more than Lisa. Well, actually, I didn't care about Lisa at first either until we went on that weird date thing. So, I don't know. But I'm really liking him. I'm going to be very disappointed if he's not the god. Maybe he's just closely related to the god, but I think that he's Rex himself. I think he's just in human form. Because all the gods have a human form. I think the Adepti do too, because why else would that one Adepti have a table with human utensils and human cups if they didn't have human forms? Because Xian has a human form. Maybe the other three just like their animal forms, but I think that they have a human form as well.
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need.
You have money to pay for this jewelsmith?
Yes. I have yet to go and see Childe. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Fingers crossed Childe will reimburse us. We'll pay the jewelsmith.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Aren't we banned from this part anyways?
Yes.
Weren't we being chased hours ago?
I have already rented this location and have begun making preparations for the rite.
So we're just using the scene of the crime. That's what I was just saying. We were quite literally... We're quite literally a person of interest at the moment.
The Liu Qixing have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith.
That's what I'm saying.
Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Exuvia.
Right! That's what it was called.
That's what the Exuvia
You seem
is.
to know everything,
Oh,
Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
This is all very odd because the person who they think was killed is standing in front of me. I'm maybe the cheesing. Oh my, they say it. I keep forgetting immediately. Maybe they're in on it. Like maybe he has very close relations to them, but I'm gonna stick with this has to have been some form of betrayal, like a breach of contract of sorts.
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles.
Sure.
Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
We have mint in Mondstadt.
Wow.
Unless we are talking about a different type of mint.
Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax.
Ah,
But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
because he is
Since the rite
Morax.
of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
They must have an ulterior motive. But yeah, the Zhajing Cheesing provide the location, Childe, and the funds. There's definitely an ulterior motive, I must say.
Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In
Okay.
Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns. Only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit.
Yeah.
Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted.
Oh my god.
The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
I guess I'm paying for it, huh, Mr. Dragon Man? Whatever. I'll buy your perfumes for your fake rite of dissension. Unless, by rite of dissension, instead of death, he means it as a death as their god. Like, is he quitting being their god? Or is he quitting having, like, this type of control in the same way Venti did? I don't think he will. It seems like the other gods think, well, some of the other gods think he's kind of stupid for that. Oh, okay.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which
He sounds like
kind?
Crow from Ruby.
The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
I'll burn your shop to the ground.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur.
Do you see how rude your people
You
are?
two must be his servants.
Excuse
Please
me?
refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
I don't care that he doesn't I guess I had it coming. For what? We actually legitimately didn't do anything. We just came. Oh my god. I'm choking from the despair. This is what I get for calling Paimon emergency food. I actually never made the emergency food Paimon joke. I'm a good noodle. I never did that. I didn't deserve this. What? I don't care. Whatever. I guess I had it
Now
coming.
then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat.
Okay.
Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Don't redirect the attention. So I guess that's your thing, huh? Knowing about the quality of everything that could possibly be sold. I don't know. Venti seems to be really into drinking dandelion wine, not necessarily wine making, but drinking wine and being a bard. And it seems your thing is knowing about, besides contracts and business practice, I suppose, you seem to know quite a bit about things that exist in nature, their qualities and how much they're worth. And yeah. I'm still an ignoramus on horticulture. I agree. I am.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
He asked for one of each.
I'll take them all, boss.
We don't have buy them all money, Zhongli.
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird.
Okay.
But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any Mora?
Oh my god.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
At this point, I'd be more surprised if he remembered. It's not that he's forgetting, it's that he has no money. Why? Because gods don't need money. They're not giving this man gold at the altar. They're giving him perfumes and flowers and jewels, apparently. Don't know where they're going, but he's not getting Mora. You see a pattern emerging here. Man, he doesn't have money. He's not even forgetting. He just doesn't have money.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Mind your own business. You called us servants.
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
He did what?
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Yeah, seems so.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
You're lucky I let the Adepti
So,
destroy
now
your
that you've got the
flower
flowers,
shop,
How
man.
do we make the perfume?
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the seven.
I'm on. What does that
Meet me there
mean?
when the perfume
homegirl?
is ready.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Sure. Don't know who Lan is, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Oh, here she is.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Do you know how to make perfume?
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you?
Yes.
I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lon's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chi-Ming.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lon. See you around.
Okay, so let's go talk to Chi-Ming. Oh, I see her.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Do you know how to make perfume?
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's
the worst thing Paimon's heard
I
all
was
day.
about to say that's a big issue. You should probably talk to someone about that.
Ying Er's homemade perfume?
I don't know who Ying Er is.
Ying Er?
Ying Er.
Oh, as in scent of spring, Ying Er?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Okay. So let's find this girl. She's somewhere over here. I love streets that are built like this. My city is not built like this at all. My city is not a walkable city. It's barely a catch the bus and train city. It's a car mandatory city. But I definitely like little small towns, or even like just areas where you can just walk around, duck into an alley and be across to where you need to be, things like that. I think it's just so useful.
You can last a round against me.
Shut up. Anyways.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around.
How'd I get around that fast?
Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
A bespoke triple silk flower variety.
3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition?
Girl,
is that it?
This girl's trying to... Okay, it's for Rex Lapis.
Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold
Girl,
water.
just make it. Oh my
He was
god.
right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
Please.
Over Paimon's head a little.
Please.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Oh my gosh, she flirts more than Kaya. This is terrible. Whatever.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
Oh my god, I feel like Lisa. Imagine this girl, Lisa, and Kaya in a room. You know? Who folds first? Her, most likely. Sweet, sweet perfume. I don't think we need to go to the gorge for perfume. They did burn the flowers. How about the kitchen?
You mean Wanmin restaurant? Good choice. Let's go.
Will she allow us to do this? We only saw her once, canonically, so far. Rendezvous with her. Rendezvous is crazy. This is not a secret mission. We just want perfume. This is my first time going to, what's her name's restaurant. And, well, inside of it. I've been here a couple times before, but there wasn't really anything I could order. Yeah, nothing crazy. Oh, they have a few different things. Okay. I didn't have any. Oh my gosh, I could purchase so many recipes. I'll do that later. Okay, what do you want?
People must have iron stomachs.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
Oh god.
What did you say?
Right, Paimon.
I meant make me proud as my assistant, obviously.
No, she didn't. Don't sniff this
I'm
perfume.
setting up. You can go and fetch some water.
Is Zhongli with us? Can we get him to protect us? There's like a predator around. I'm scared. I don't like this girl. She's weird. I just want perfume. Do you flirt with all your clients or just us? To be honest, we look a good 15. I know that we're most likely like closer to 18. Whatever the legal age is, we're probably closer to that. I don't think we're particularly that old. But it's still weird, girl. Okay. Where am I going? To get water? Higher? What is that? Has that always been up there? There's a city in the sky. I've just now noticed that. Okay, get water from where?
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench.
Okay.
Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it.
Okay.
You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
Oh my god. Can we get this girl in prison? Can we lock her up? I get it. I understand.
Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Sure. Okay.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
So let's try to make this perfect.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step.
All right.
Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
I got you. Okay, I'm glad I don't have to do it.
All 3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant.
Ladies in purple are kind of
Testament
dangerous.
to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
I told you, it's not like that.
Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one.
Sure.
All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Yeah, it's
Good.
whatever.
Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay?
I never want to see you again.
I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Stop trying to solicit me, Ying. Yinger.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Goodness. If you have brown hair, wear purple, you're probably flirtatious. Lisa.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That's true.
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Offer Golden House
This
Beta.
is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist, and it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that?
I guess Rax really likes this one.
That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
I'm gonna go with no.
Perhaps.
Oh, or maybe perhaps.
Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms.
Huh?
Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form,
And this current one.
let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Borrow?
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why has he gotta be so secretive this time?
Because he's a god and he can't show his face because they know what he looks like in his current form. Alright, let's go to talk to Madame Ping, who is over here. I probably should have gone to the other another teleport waypoint, huh? Oh, this one's fine. This game is gorgeous. Like, no matter what angle you look at, where you look, where you put your mouse, like, everything is gorgeous all the time. Even when you're caught in the branches of a tree like that. Gorgeous. Hey, Madame Payne.
All things must change.
Are you alright?
It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it a great shame that so many of these glazed lilies have wilted.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
Yeah, it's not gonna last long in this
So that
city.
means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Maybe.
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free.
That which lies in the deep?
Harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all.
Okay.
Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster?
We'd like to borrow something from you.
Borrow something? Oh, you've come to borrow the cleansing bell, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from that, I don't have anything of value that you youngsters might want.
Well, I like your conversations.
It was not originally mine, either. That trinket used to belong to a friend of mine.
He can't show his face.
I was a vain beauty when I was young, and I would pester him for that bell all the time.
Oh.
He could not dissuade me, and so he gave it to me. But he said that if someone should come to borrow it, I must not be loath to give it away. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it.
Yeah?
Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
I'm not about to say I'm a Knights of Favonia certified lost property finder. I'm not that, like... I do not have that much Mondstadt pride.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves.
Oh, that's kind of dangerous, actually.
And, we can help with chores if you have any too.
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
It's in Mondstadt.
Do you live near here, Granny? Oh, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
Like, literally or figuratively?
How does that work?
And you go buy mine. Your house keys or the bell, all you own. I don't think you put the bell in the teapot.
Oh, youngsters.
Oh.
I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside
I'm a
this
fool.
teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
Is it a magic teapot? Is it gonna suck us in Alice in Wonderland style?
This is a piece.
Oh god. Okay, I was joking about the Alice in Wonderland thing, but it might not be much of a joke anymore. Might be. Somewhere on... Is that a spider? God, I actually don't mind spiders as long as it's not a roadhog.
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot?
She might not be entirely human.
Oh dear, so many cobwebs.
Oh my goodness.
It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
How many levels does this teapot have?
Infinite, apparently.
It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Yeah, we're homeless. I forgot about that sometimes. Cool.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Now, let me see.
Huh? Oh, I cut her off. I didn't mean to do that. I hate when that happens. I thought she was done. Oh, I've just been here in a sleep-like trance this whole time?
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick.
Are you an adeptus?
Adeptus? Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time.
I'm a say
As to whether I
as
am
a
one or
yes.
not, child. Surely you already understand.
Yes, you are.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands.
Old indeed.
So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
What if your friend doesn't return it?
Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That sounds good to me.
Thanks, Granny.
Thanks, Granny.
Neighborhood.
That sounds like a good deal to me. It's bigger on the inside, yeah. Okay, let's head back here.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Are you also an adeptus? Sure. Technically.
An adeptus?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That's exactly what she said, word for word.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea.
None
When
better
a suitable
indeed.
time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon kites? Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
I don't think so.
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
No, isn't that an Alice in Wonderland line? Curiouser and curiouser?
Ah, sir, you're here.
Oh, it's a different granny.
The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life.
And he's walked all these walks of
We've
life.
talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Fashion, economics, jewelry, jade pottery, tea, perfumes, flora and fauna. Did he talk about fashion? I'm gonna go with this.
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
I like your fun topics, Zhongli.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House. Ah, Paimon's heard that name before.
Paimon, stop talking.
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
Ah.
The compliments
He's
of
got
a
an interesting
learned man
relationship
truly are pleasant.
with the Cryo Archon,
Well
whoever
then,
that
Granny
is.
Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
As for the payment, he says.
Well, allow me.
Oh, our Lord and Savior Child. How nice of you to join us.
Hey, it's Childe!
Did you arrange to meet here?
No, I was merely passing through.
I don't believe you.
I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him.
Well, why would he? He's a god, so...
Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then,
Child definitely
since
knows.
we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
Seems I
learned.
missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Yeah. Next time. Alright. Oh, we need to find these workers. Okay. Let's get this guy.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
It's for your god, homie.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Brave adventurer, we have need of 5 crystal flies.
Eh? That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Nah, never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
I'll give you
A
5,000.
most fair price.
Hello? Let's negotiate. We have 50,000. Hex, no. We have to go to 5 people. Let's... Why are these such uneven numbers? Let's try 7,500. I'll give you like half.
That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too little. Too little, I say.
To do something you say is easy? Okay. How about... Oh, almost knocked my... Almost... I don't know what I almost hit. I hit something. Alright. Let's go with... this much.
That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too little. Too little, I say.
Alright, you drive a hard bargain. I'll give you 10 on the dot. Okay, that's... I'll give you 10... I'll give you 1030.
Let's see. No.
What? How is that too little? Alright, whatever. Take the 15.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Clearly I can't negotiate either. Alright, the others are not getting 15. Oh, it's only 3 people. Okay, they could all get full price. I don't care. No. No. I'm gonna try to negotiate.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
25,000 per day.
Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
They do not care about Mondstadt. Why would he care about Mondstadt?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of him.
Yeah. Paimon...
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Hold up. First off, 25? More on hand, 35. Yeah, you've lost it. You've lost your mind. I'll go a cool 15.
This is too little. I'd consider it if it was a bit higher.
Okay. Let's go 1750,
This price will
17,500.
do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Excellent. Alright, and now let's go. I'm taking out a rubber band while I said that. Alright, now let's go to this guy.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%.
You could give like 70 and I
what's the
wouldn't
job?
care.
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Yujing Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
Fetch me 50 tree branches and 20 stacks of timber.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
Done.
We brought too little money.
This is all you got? And no can do.
No, we have 20. No, we don't. We had 50. We spent 15. We just spent 7. Yeah, we don't have 20. Please go look for someone named Childe.
Childe? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make 2 trips rather than 1?
We'll send him to you.
This? Let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and
you get to talk to a god.
Gensin flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this Childe fellow. How does that sound?
Fine. I'm pretty sure I have one on me.
Guess we've got no choice.
I'm pretty sure I have a flower on me. Yeah.
Have you brought the goods?
Sure.
Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare, and I have no idea where I'd find
They're
them.
all over the place, my guy.
With this Gensin flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Sure. As long as it's done. Hey, let's go to Childe. Tell him he's... We're running him for his money, for sure.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming!
Paimon.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
I already stole 20,000 from you.
What do you need?
No, Paimon.
Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after?
Are you forgetting what happened in Mondstadt?
Yikes! You're right! Signora!
She literally beat us outside a cathedral and left us there.
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you.
We don't know you. What are you talking about?
What is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
You know. Don't act like you don't know.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of...
What?
Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora.
His boss
Now, if
beat
you'll
us
excuse me, I must be going.
outside of a church in Mondstadt. That's what's wrong.
Definitely felt like Childe wasn't happy with us just now.
Because we're not needlessly giving into his demands. Where is Boo Boo? Is it far? Childe is on something else, y'all. I'm telling you. Like, something crazy is going on with Childe. Okay, let's head up here. We're just not easy, and that's why he's upset. Because he thinks we're going to be easy to deal with. But the Fatui, I don't know. If he's that high ranking in the Fatui, that means he's got some type of knowledge, or, you know, he's used to kind of getting what he wants out of people to an extent, right? And I'm sure he has some type of tragic backstory. He's not as bad as the guy as I think he is. I don't think he's a bad guy, but like...
The reception is deserted, and it seems kind of spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Oh my god.
Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Well, someone put you in the bag, Paimon, and snatch you out the air. What do you mean you check out the rear? Ow, it's a tiny guy. Oh.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Is she a zombie? Paimon, if we're gonna talk about height, Traveler, you're no better.
Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction.
Fair enough.
Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead?
Is it gonna secretly make her look older?
She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi.
Hi, Chi-Chi.
Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
I like Chi-Chi. Such a nonchalant delivery for a bombshell revelation. Do zombies also count as Adepti? I don't think they do. Do they?
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
For an incense?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Orders?
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
That's only fair.
Do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
We always have.
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Clearly.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Hunt the what with the witch at the where?
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
That means Chi-Chi is really old.
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue inside out.
He was there.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
This, do tell us if you remember anything else you don't remember. I feel like she does remember because she's a zombie. Maybe her brain is not how it used to be. This isn't much to go on though.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
Perhaps.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
We'll figure that out. It's probably something we have seen. It's either going to be a legitimate, like, super powerful enemy we have to fight, or it's going to be some regular thing that she's calling a cocoa goat because she can't clearly remember the name of it.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus to build this.
Well...
But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
An adepti could do it easily though. Like a god.
After millennia of wear and tear, even adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
I don't know if that's gonna be where...
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
Well, so far.
That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass.
I see.
If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
Okay.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
You built it. You were there. You memorized the blueprints.
Should replace my hammer.
What do you say?
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Yep.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong ballista working, but where's our Coca goat?
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means...
I don't know.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something
I didn't say
positive,
anything.
right?
I just said ...
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a Coco goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
That is not a form of payment. It's not part of the contract. We didn't say try our best to. We said to do it. So we're gonna have to find a Coco.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Sorry, Chi-Chi.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Chi-Chi, do you have any other clues?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Ah, here. This is the name.
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk.
Huh?
Look at his face. He was so shocked. So it wasn't a cocoa beast. He wanted
both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and, so how are you supposed to predict anything?
Close enough.
Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Close enough.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
No, Chi-Chi, you did perfect. We love you.
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
It's time to tell you where coconut milk comes from.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
She just needs some time to work through it. Oh, God.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude
Oh.
of me.
Popped
I'm
up.
Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Baiju.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
So you're not going to talk about the
The
snake?
sorry state of affairs.
Oh.
This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
Somehow, yes.
The snake is speaking!
Nothing in Liyue surprises me anymore.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent.
Exactly.
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Oh, he's not human. Look at his eyes. He's a dragon.
Incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting
or perhaps
incense?
some form of snake.
Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally starting to come together.
3 million Mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Why is it 3 million?
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Qixing have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
Very rich boy, cough it up.
Crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much Mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
Yeah, this guy has absolutely no shame whatsoever.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to Childe?
Never. Never mind.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Childe, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future.
Oh my god.
If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Get her coconut milk now.
Yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration.
That light change
was
insane.
I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 more.
How generous.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million.
Yeah, I figured that out, Zhongli.
Now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Childe, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Zhongli. And God, who is this?
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope. What have I missed?
Yes, Master Childe. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia?
I knew I didn't trust this man. He's still...
I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
And so does an omnipotent god. Well, he's not omnipotent. Well, so does the god of this land. Oh my god, Childe's annoying. Childe is annoying. I'm assuming that our relationship with Childe is supposed to go from whatever this is to some form of enemies / rivals to acquaintanceship / friends situation. He's definitely the first character who we start off with on a rocky path, unless like someone personally doesn't like somebody else, like a different character we've come across. Like somebody could easily be like, I don't like Kaya. But I think that this is the first time where we're legitimately supposed to not like
I can't wait to see my
the character. I hope you know that things are about to happen.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Whew, finally!
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far?
It's been odd.
Odd?
I'm not sure if we've been living the high life or experiencing the struggles of the poor. I don't feel like we're living a high life necessarily. Like, we've just been preparing for somebody else's send-off, right? And I wouldn't necessarily say we're experiencing the struggles of the poor. We've just been buying extremely high quality stuff. Well, I guess that is the struggle of the poor, right? Like, poor people don't really get the opportunity to buy 3 high quality things all at once and hire people and okay, yeah.
Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, I've decided to treat you to a meal. Oh,
I didn't even get to...
Don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time.
I didn't click anything.
Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole in the wall, praised throughout Liyue.
Is it Zhang's?
Wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at 3rd round knockout.
We're gonna come back and everything's gonna be like ruined because of Childe. Okay. Wait until the appointed time. We could just go ahead and do that, to be honest. We can change the time by doing this. Oh my gosh, dinner. Friendship.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so.
It looks great.
3rd round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice.
Does that mean I can order wine this time?
I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
Why does no one let us drink wine?
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here! Great atmosphere!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine. The weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Oh, story time.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she
that girl
these
beat
trusted
us
3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind.
That can't be good
like
for the environment.
Swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
Okay.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or two ahead of your peers.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot.
We are.
Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Dissension. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
We're meeting so many characters this time. Paimon, we gotta go.
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh.
My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you.
Emissary?
Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
This feels...
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
She's gonna snip my life, bro. She's gonna kill me. This is clearly a trap. We're gonna go, though. We have no other leads.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared.
Okay.
What, we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
Paimon is up to something again.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Sounds good.
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there.
Yeah, we won't be... we won't be doing this one for a while. I am well aware of what's to be done. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode. Are you looking at him? Are y'all... There's something I need to know? Anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye!